What's up everyone, AJ on Day Trader Boom or Bust, here with today's recap. Hope you're having a great trading day so far. My day was a shorter day. I took a couple of trades this morning and then I had to leave my trading desk to take my daughter to an appointment. I thought I might look for some opportunities this afternoon, but when I got back to my desk, after reviewing where all the stocks were on my watch list, I just, I felt I didn't really have much of an edge right now. And instead of waiting till the close for some opportunities, maybe I thought, you know what, let's call it a day early and take my small win and run, so to speak. So because of that, we're going to talk about the couple trades I did take, but more importantly, we're going to talk about some of the opportunities I didn't take and why. Here's today's watch list. I post this every morning between 9 and 9:15 a.m. on my Twitter. If you want to make sure to catch that, go ahead and give me a follow at AJ Tabayan. So on the primary watch list, I had SPACE, SPCE, which was trading on some news catalyst. I had BBBY, which had reported earnings, I believe yesterday. And I had LCID as a continuation play. On the secondary list, I had BABA based on what I was seeing on the daily chart, and then NVIDIA, CCL, MU, and DKNG, all as continuation plays. So as you can see, only the two trades today. I had a 50% win rate, but that's really not entirely accurate, simply because this SPACE trade here was basically a break-even trade. I'll talk about that in a second. And as far as the trades that I missed, right now, all the things that I'm doing are targeted at more risk management, preventing me from over trading. When I say the things I'm working on, the things I've been talking about for the last week and a half now, limiting the number of trades I'm taking, trying to be more selective about when I'm taking those trades, and so on and so forth. So I felt that over the past few months, I really have been a winning trader, so to speak, or a profitable trader, maybe is a better way to put it. But my P&L doesn't quite reflect that or my account doesn't reflect that, because I've taken some pretty big losses on days where I lost control and I totally overtraded and blew well past my max loss and so on and so forth. So, after reviewing all that data for several months, I would be so far ahead of the game if I just completely eliminated those days. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. But with that said, while I'm doing this, I found that I also have to be much more selective when with the trades I take, because I only have a limited number of them. And in doing that, I wanted to fine-tune the existing tradebook strategies that I have. I feel that the tradebook strategies work, but they can definitely be improved upon. And that work is why I didn't, I missed some plays today because I don't have 100% confidence right now in that, in those, tweaks, those revisions. But I am happy that had I taken them, which I hope in the future, as I build that confidence, I won't hesitate, today would have been a pretty huge day. So, all right, let's start with the trades that I did take. First trade was on LCID. So LCID was an opening range breakout that I took. So let's go to the open here. All right, so this is the 1 minute chart. And sorry, I'm just getting the epic out here. So you can see that this is the pre-market high. It opened below that and it threw this this big red candle. And what I was looking at was this level from the pre-market, which was also VWAP at the time, and also this R3 level. So I was watching for this, and if it broke below that, I was going to take an opportunity to go short. Now I do know that despite what I've been talking about the past few days, This is quite an early entry for me, and as such, I was a little I'm a little nervous about this, but I felt strong about it because, like I said, I felt that it was really weak if it pushed below a lot of these levels. It also looked weak on the L2 and on the daily chart, where I felt that there was a good chance this was going to pull back from where it was. And fortunately, I caught a great entry, and it immediately pushed in my direction. The price action and volatility was pretty crazy right at the opening here, and it immediately hit my 2-hour profit target just barely, and then after doing that, it came all the way back up. But even then, it wouldn't have caught my stop loss, although if it didn't touch me here, I probably would have moved to break even. But that was a winning trade. We're going to come back to this in a second. I'm just going to quickly talk about the second trade that I did today, which was a break even, and that was on Space. So on Space, this was an ambush entry, as I've been talking about a lot. I was looking at this 25.50 level. There was a larger number of lots at 25.52, and I figured if it touched that or got near that 25.50 level after, let me just let's pull back here a little bit and kind of show you. So after a big push up in the morning here, it started to grind down. There was a bit of a sell-off here. You can see this channel that was building, but I felt that at this 25.50 level that it could bounce. Now, as I draw this out and I draw this channel, I probably should have waited for it to come down here and test the bottom of this channel. You know, but you know, hey, what can I say? Hindsight 2020. I didn't think it was going to push below VWAP. It was super strong today. But anyways, I had a stop loss. It almost touched my stop loss, actually. It was just here at this 25.30 level, and which was just below this R2. It didn't stop me out there, so it pushed in my direction. And once it pushed above this R3 level here, I moved my stop loss to break even because I didn't want to see it come back and test, because it had come back a couple times and really started to push up here. My profit target though was up here around the 26.05 level. Unfortunately, it only got here, which was about 1.1 R, and then it waterfalled after that and stopped me out at break even. So unfortunately that didn't work out, but you know, a break-even trade isn't a loss, so I'll take that. And then at the time, like I said, I had to go. But, you know, maybe I wasn't, you know, I mentioned this, maybe I wasn't as patient with this trade to maybe see this channel and maybe have taken here. Because had I gotten in right here or just below VWAP, with it coming up here, this would have been a winner. I'm almost certain of it, because my stop loss would have only been about 15 cents. Would have easily hit me there. So I feel that I still need to work with my timing on this, and I probably was a little off on my timing because there were 3 significant trades that I had, opportunities that I'd missed out on to that point. So with that said, let's go back now to LCID. One of the things that I've been, you know, if you look at this, look at LCID here. This is the trade I took, entry, exit. And, you know, this happens quite a bit with just the way that my strategy works, where, you know, I get all out at 2 hours as opposed to partialing. But look at the run that this made all the way down to here. There was so much potential profit left on the table. Now, you know, this was a winning trade, so I'm not disappointed with that. But one of the things I wanted to add to my trade book was, well, it's already there, is continuation plays, so that, but on stocks where what I have done in the past that I feel is an error is that when I do catch a win, I start to look for opportunities elsewhere instead of continuing to play what is clearly potentially an ongoing winner throughout the entire day. Now, not all stocks are going to run like this, and there's going to be a fair number where a trend continuation, as you've seen from my recaps, isn't going to work. But in the cases where it does, like, you know, I could have gotten 6 or 8R out of this huge move by just playing what's already a trade book play of mine, which is a trend continuation that of these 20 SMA bounces. So especially with now, before with my with this play, I would wait for more confirmation. So if this, let's zoom in here a bit. Here on the 1 minute chart, had this before, if I were playing this, if I saw this bounce off of the 20, I would have waited for an entry at the break of this candle to take a position. Now, obviously, that probably would have worked here with a stop loss above the top of this candle, but I would have got my 2-hour profit target down here. But just as many times as it would have worked, this doesn't work also, and because look, there's some key levels here: pre-market low, previous day close, where it might not have hit my profit target. But with this ambush entry, where if I know I'm looking at this is a riskier play, but same strategy, but it's just a changed entry. Instead of entering here, I'm looking at an entry right at the 20 SMA or a significant level. So let's say I'm not completely sold on it bouncing here, maybe off of the 50. But in this case, this is key. This is a key level. This 20 SMA is kind of merging, so to speak, or is at the same place where this R3 level is and this pre-market level that was set. So had I entered ambush style at this 20 SMA with a stop loss that would have been, let's say, just here at the opening price, because there's no way this is a trend continuation if it's going to go ahead and break that. Like, look at that. I would have been able to take profit even before this pre-market low for another 2R. Now, I would have, I wouldn't have chased this anymore, but if I had done the exact same play over here, maybe even I probably would have seen if it would wait to test previous day close. But if I'd done it here, again, with a stop loss, even let's say VWAP, with an entry probably somewhere around here, 2R would have been right here. There is another 2R to be had on this stock, which is just maximizing. So now one of the things when you're looking for opportunities is just finding one that's going to run. Well, now that I've found one, obviously, that is moving in the direction or picked a direction, why not maximize it? Now, other people will play this by not going all out, the partial here, but this way, I prefer this because, I'm okay with, getting a 2R win. And if this trade would have lost, I've lost 1R, but I'm still up 1R. And that's just, how I like to do the math in my head. But you can see several trades that just would have worked. And then there were a couple on space. So let's take a look at that. On space, again, off of the 1 minute chart. So here is another trend continuation. And now in the other direction. So on space, it was pushing up. And I was taking a trade in LCD, so I missed this initial move. I did end up kind of watching this, and you can see this is the 20 SMA. In this case, there's also the 200. This is 20 EMA. This is the 200 SMA, and there's also the 100 SMA here. Now, I don't know that I would have, picked this particular the bottom of this wick as a level. But since it wicked so fast, I probably would have been looking around this area of the 20 EMA and this 200 SMA. Now, had I even taken an entry there with a stop loss, let's say even a wide stop loss, below the 50 SMA here. So this would have been the entry. 2R would have been right here. Easy. That would have been an easy 2R. And then if we go a little further, so let's zoom out here and continue to watch this. Like, look at that. I could have played this exact same play, maybe not off of the 20 SMA here, but off of pre-market high. Once again with an ambush entry somewhere around here. You know, entry here, stop loss below the 20 SMA, EMA, sorry, and then a profit target of here, of R3. That's another 2R play. So you can see that I've just pointed out as almost 8R of trades that would have worked. And now they're not always going to work, but on days where you have a market like this is what I was talking about in one of the recaps a few days ago. You have to take advantage of markets where it's going your direction. And you know, the only reason I didn't take these was because I like I said, I haven't built 100% confidence in this ambush entry. You know, I just want to get much better at specifying where that ideal entry is, you know, based off of the key levels, right? I don't want to just enter on arbitrary levels. So, but it is comforting, or it is exciting to know that once I have that confidence, these trades can work, and they can work really, really well. So after missing all those trades that I just talked about, and then I had that break-even trade, even when I came back to my desk here in the afternoon, you know, I felt like, although each trade is an individual trade, I just felt like I probably missed a bunch of opportunities. I didn't want to spoil what was an okay day already, and I'll take the green day. It's a smaller green day than I would have liked, but I'll take it and then move on tomorrow, and hopefully just continue to build confidence off of, you know, what I did kind of miss out on. So that was my day today. So overall I'm happy, no question. I don't want to give the wrong idea that I'm disappointed in anything. It's just it's part of that process, and I know I missed those opportunities. And I've always related trading to hold'em poker, and it's something I used to do quite a bit of, and I don't consider trading, day trading, gambling, and I never considered playing hold'em poker gambling, because I felt that you had control over those results. And one of the things that I learned early on with hold'em was that if you're not folding winners, you're probably in too many hands. And I feel that that really applies here to the trading, where if you're not missing certain opportunities, and I'm not saying I'm trying to miss them, but if, you know, I can expect, I guess the thing is, I should be okay with missing certain opportunities, because if I'm not missing opportunities, it's probably because I'm over trading or taking marginal trades, and far too often. So in that, you know, when you look at it like that, I'm okay with the ones that I missed today. Tomorrow we live to fight another day, and hopefully we can build on today's green day and finish the week off really strong. So we're a far cry ahead, like I talked about yesterday, of where we are, where we were last week at the same time, and I'm really happy about that. At this stage in the game, even if tomorrow, knock on wood, even if tomorrow is a poor day, I'm already going to finish ahead of where, you know, a significant improvement on last week. So because if I stick to my rules, after today, I almost can't even finish red for the week, even if tomorrow's a tough day. So not that I'm expecting that, but it's nice to know that, especially coming off a week last week where I was 9R red for the week. Okay, so that's it. That's all for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is AJ on Day Trader Boom or Bust, signing out. Cheers.